All right, episode. I don't even know
The
what episode.
97, I think. I think it's 97, man.
Well, it might be 98. It's 98.
It's 98. Oh,
Episode 98 of the Scarlet and Blue Show. And let's get started.
Free, look out now. The sideline, forget about it. This baby's over.
Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Another block. Touchdown. No flag.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa. Can they catch him? No. Donovan Edwards again. The down.
All right, Garrison, stock to bar. We know what it's all about here. Where is it? There it is. Had some yesterday evening with some San Pellegrino, some little vitamin mineral water. Delicious combo. Stock to bar. STOCK DABAR.com.
SDB, baby.
I went into Meijer tonight, though. My local Meijer, and I didn't see it in the vodka section. So
Which one did you go to? Oh, no, don't tell me which one you go to. Yeah, you can't. Already, well, I know which one you go to.
Yeah, it wasn't there.
Really? So, I guess right. That's right. I got mine.
I know. But double check. But you can check stocktobar.com. All right. We got the Indiana schools as our.
Listen, I'm sorry. Let me start. Just let me start because we don't have to stay here long. Listen, I'm gonna keep it very freaking simple here for you. I put it out there already. If we don't drop 40 on their heads or over 40, I'm gonna crash out like I've seen some people do today.
Ew.
I just want to see us capitalize off of our win from last week. Purdue plays a lot of man-to-man. I want to say us pass the ball a lot because we had the luxury of it. Because we won't lose this game. This is an Urban Meyer's Ohio State versus Purdue. And no shots taken. And I just want to prepare for our third top 10 matchup of the season. That's all I care about. Now I'll leave it at that. I could talk about what Ryan Day said. This I don't care about any of that. Get through this week healthy. Get ready for the Hoosiers.
Well, you got Northwestern before the Hoosiers, man.
I'm sorry, Northwestern. Listen, dude, Bryce, these next 2 weeks are gonna be very boring for me on this show. Okay?
Yeah, they really are. Purdue is. I didn't realize they're 1-7.
They're bad. That's one of the worst college football teams ever. And they're so bad, dude. Like, why are you playing man-to-man with your team? Why? Like, bro, this is what I want. I want Jeremiah to break the rest of the freshman records for wide receiver of Chris Carter's records. He already got one of them last week.
They have 2 more to go?
2 more to go. 2 more to go. Oh, shout out to David Sigmundosing at the Bronco Nagurski Player of the Week. Good for him.
Much deserved.
Dude, listen, it's pretty. Like Max said, Purdue.
This for friends at home. Boilermakers come to Columbus, and they are a 38-point dog.
The spread's almost as much as it, dude. I mean, the spread is almost as much as the over/under.
Yeah. That's the 53.5.
That's crazy. Well, not really.
Yeah, I'm taking the under, and that's with them not scoring a touchdown. So I think you guys could win 51-0.
I think I picked 47-0.
Actually, I'm going to take that right now. I like that under bet. A lot.
I hope you lose it. No. I want to see my brothers flourish. I want to see my brothers flourish to their higher purpose. Get that money, brother.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. I agree. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else there's to say about Purdue. Here you go. Any players you're excited to see in mop-up minutes?
Ooh.
Which could be the start of the third.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with Tyreek Williams. If he's going to start if Tyreek isn't there. But if Caden McDonald starts, I'm very excited to see him start. I think he's going to be the next. I don't want to say great yet. Really good Ohio State defensive tackle, defensive lineman for us. I would love to see Edric Houston on the field, true freshman, one of the top 100 recruits in the nation last year.
About him. Has he played at all this year?
A little bit, but they say they moved him to D tackle because they really want him to learn that position. I'm guessing next year is going to be him and Caden. Excuse me, him and Caden in the middle next year, and then Curry and Jackson Jr. on the outside next year. Oh, that's gonna be a nasty defensive line next year. This is gonna be better than what you see this year. But yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see a lot of Jermaine Matthews on the field this week. But you said mop-up duty. James Peoples at running back.
Okay.
James Peoples at running back. That's what I care about. By the way, Brandon Ennis is having a better year than Samaj Morgan.
It's apples and oranges.
Remember the beginning of the season? I'll clip it up for you if I need to. But we were having a conversation about Brandon Ennis and Samaj Morgan. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay, I'll clip it up and post it. I can't wait for this.
Yes, I remember this.
Oh man,
Samaj was hurt, man. He had some injuries.
Samaj is trash.
Games. You're trash. Hey, who'd you
No, I'm garbage.
Who'd you vote for?
Well, sir, that is for me and me only. But did you see that thing that now people can actually look at like your voting history now that they're doing?
Where?
Dude, I saw commercials for that, and that's crazy. But this is not what the channel is for. Stop! What are you trying to do, man? Come on.
Trying to get you off kilter. All right. Well, folks, yeah, it's Purdue. Purdue's 1-7. It's a 38-point spread. Purdue has.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
This is they. All right. Well, here you go. They lost to Notre Dame 66-7, and they were. What is that? That was home. So I think that's got to be your number. You have to outscore Notre Dame.
I don't know. Ryan Day has a tendency to call the dogs off. The only time he does it is when he knows there's a team he really wants to beat. Like Clemson in 2020, Ryan Day wanted to blow them out. And that's why when we were up by 3 scores, he still decided to throw the ball deep to Jamison Williams.
And you know what? Something tells me that if things go his way in Columbus,
what he's going to do.
I don't think he's going to call off any dogs, is he?
You know what he's going to. If Ryan Day can drop 60, please believe me, he will.
Yeah, should be fun. Spoil the seasons. All right, was that it?
Come on, dude. And I love Purdue. Like I like
our lives are a collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
If I say, is that it? And you say yes, you can't then say more things.
Hey, one second. Give me a couple seconds here. I want to just so do you know the Carter Cast show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dillon Wilkerson. Now you've gone this season hating on Ohio State. You said that Oregon would beat us by 3 scores. That clearly didn't happen. Then you said Penn State would beat us by 2 scores. Then you said the scores. But look, he said that they would beat us by 2 scores. Bryce, now I'm not the brightest person ever. 34-14. How many scores is that?
That is 3. Wait,
3 scores.
4 scores. No, 3 scores. Right, 3 scores. 3 scores.
So I just want to, and then like on their show today, which is it is a good show. Go check them out, everybody. But he said that he then tried to deflect it on his co-host and said that people should have been paying attention to their good points. And then he made it about James Franklin and Penn State. Like I said, everybody would, but I really don't give a damn about it. But I just want to point out, man, like I've said this before, when you go out on that ledge with insane takes like Penn State beating Ohio State 34-14, you're gonna get dunked on, man.
Yeah,
you're going to.
Yeah,
and yes, people are going to question whether you know football or not, and rightfully so. But
yeah, part of the game. If you're gonna make those takes,
34-14.
Yeah. All right, Michigan goes into Indiana.
Hey, Bryce, can you let me know where Indiana is located?
Bloomington. Easy.
Beautiful. Best campus in America.
Where's Purdue?
Lafayette.
Oh, you're missing a word.
West Lafayette.
There you go. Direction.
Bryce, I lived in Indiana. Come on.
All right. Just checking. All right. So Indiana, the spoiler of the season. We've talked about them a lot. We talked about them when we talked about Indiana, Nebraska with our guys. And we've talked about Signetti. We talked to him last week just about what he's done and the job that he's done and how truly incredible it is. And again, refresher here, folks. They went 3-9 last year. 1-8, 1-7, 1-8, or I think it was 1-7 in the Big Ten. They had a 5.5 win total expected this year. Obviously, blew that out of the water already. They were plus 20,000 to win the Big Ten, which is among the bottom tier of Big Ten odds. And this guy, Kirk Signetti, comes in and does an unbelievable job. And I'm going to tell you this much, my friend. I can't get enough of Kirk Signetti. I have watched so many interviews, and that guy just oozes arrogance. But it's confidence.
It's so great.
He had a line. He's like, everywhere I go, I win. And that's not what happens at Indiana. And something's got to give, and it's not going to be me. He said that before the season started. An unbelievable calling of your shot. And now they're 8-0, right? 8 is it 8? I think it's 8.
Yes, they are, sir. 8-0.
Now 8-0, number 8 in the country. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And they should be, and then they should be 6. They should be 6.
Yes, agreed. 100% agreed with that. And they have been blowing people out too. 47-10 against Michigan State, 31-17 against Washington, which was their closest game. 56-7 is Nebraska, 41-24, 42-28. So Nebraska, Northwestern Maryland, 42-13 against UCLA, 77-3 against Western Illinois. And it's just an absolute just beatdowns of these teams. Yeah. Kirk Signetti is 119-35 with records while he's coaching at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, Elon, and JMU. So that doesn't include his record right now at Indiana. That is 0.773. So that's 77%. Bo Schembechler was 0.775. This guy can freaking coach. Plus, he has his guys, his coaching staff has been with him throughout all these years. So Bryant Haynes, the DC, and Mike Shanahan. Of course, with that name, you have to be offensive coordinator. I don't think there's any relationship to the Shanahans in the NFL, but Mike Shanahan is the OC, and it's incredibly impressive. They average 476 yards a game, which is 8th best. You guys are, I think, like 13th or something. Your average like 450 something a game. And then I watched Urban Meyer's kind of like tape film study with Bernardo on Big Ten Network. And Urban Meyer said that this was pretty much the same offense he ran at Ohio State. So very much spread, RPOs, PROs. Fascinating. And you watch this offense play, and when they execute, they're unstoppable.
Yes.
Curtis Rourke, the quarterback, the guy's been so efficient this year, and he hasn't even played every. Last year, he threw the ball 370 times, 63.5 completion percentage for 2,200 yards. This year, already in Indiana, only 210 attempts, 73% passing completion, and 2,200 yards. So he's put up the same amount of yardage in this offense with less games. They got awesome backs, Justice Ellison, Tyson Lawson, and then they've got studs on the defensive end, Aiden Fisher, Mikhail Kamara. It's Indiana, Garrison. This is Indiana football. This isn't, no disrespect, but this is Indiana.
Yeah.
And I know you guys got to battle with them in a couple weeks, but we're going to play spoiler. We're going to win on Saturday. After all that,
I think this is arguably their biggest test of the season.
Okay.
I think Michigan might be their biggest test of the season this year.
So that's after playing Washington, Nebraska, Illinois.
Yes, and the reason I say it is because of your defense. Now, depending on who's healthy, we'll see like who comes back, especially in that secondary. If no one comes back in that secondary, you guys are toast. It's a wrap. I don't think it's worth talking about.
It's problematic for sure.
Yeah, like I'm gonna listen to these numbers. Elijah Sarrett, 17.5. These are the wide receivers. Sarrett, 17 averages 17.5. Cooper Jr. 22.6. Price 12.9. It's not like these guys are just catching short passes. These guys they're downfield, man. Curtis Rourke's throwing the ball downfield. And so it's just really impressive, man. I mean, 32 rushing touchdowns for the team this season. Of course, you brought up Ellison and Lawton. They both have 9 rushing touchdowns on the season. Curtis Rourke, I do believe, is number 1 in the Big Ten in quarterback rating. It's surprising. It is the best coaching performance I've ever seen in my life.
Has to be. We talked about Northwestern a couple of years ago.
Last year,
awesome.
Was that just last year?
Yeah, it was
last year.
Last year. This is better.
Yeah,
and that's not a shock. Not a knock at Northwestern.
It's not even close.
Yeah,
and I think that for Michigan to win this game, I mean, I was talking about being a dead horse, but you got to run the ball. You got to stay on the field. I mean, you saw last week, Michigan State gets to a 10-0 lead, boom, 47-0 run. Like it was nothing.
Well, they had Aiden Childs through pick, and then they blocked a punt for a safety. So, bang.
And they've been getting better on defense every week, Indiana has. And what was really impressive to me, about everyone wants to point to their schedule. Here's the thing. Usually for Indiana, they would drop 5 of those games, usually, maybe 4. Get beat bad by somebody or a couple of those teams. No, they are dog walking every single one of you. It's not that they're doing. I mean, not on an offensive level, not as well. But what we ask these elite teams to do to lesser teams, they're doing it. And the truth of the matter is, it's not easy doing what Indiana does every week. That is not easy, smacking teams in the mouth every week. It's not.
Yep.
It's very impressive. Curt Cignetti, man, just what else can you say about him? He said before the season, Ohio State sucks and Michigan sucks. Well, he's gonna get a chance to prove it this week. And
what'd you think about that? Those comments? He said those at his his first basketball game after being an head coach.
And I get it. He addressed it. He said, "Listen, man, I'm just getting the crowd going." But I'm not mad at him for saying that.
No, I would agree.
I
love it.
I like it. Who someone needs to fix their exhaust out there driving. So that was loud. Sorry, but
didn't hear it.
Oh, I could. That was loud. But I'm very impressed by him. Like you said, he brought his staff, brought 14 players from JMU, and then here's the cool part: the guys that he brought to Indiana, they aren't talented guys. He brought he brought players that produced at a high level where they were and brought them in. And it's what his the way he went about it is showing on the field. And what's so cool about it is that there's nothing better than players that believe in their coach. I bet you every single one of those players hangs on every single word he says. If they told him the sky was red, they would say, yeah, they would. They would. And I'm very impressed by Indiana. I think they're going to come out of this with the win. Probably by a couple scores. I think Michigan will keep it close for at least 3 quarters. The worst thing that could happen is Davis Warren turning the ball over. That you let that happen, that game will get out of hand quickly.
Yep.
This will be the best environment of Indiana has seen in their football history.
Yep.
Games at what time?
3:30.
3:30. That's a great time. CBS, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, man, I'm really excited for this game. I'm really excited to see how your guys' defense performs. As always, your defensive line is going to have to get to him, and we'll see how that works. I mean, Indiana hasn't seen a defense like this all season. Nebraska has a good defense, but this is much different. There's a chance Michigan can win this game. There is. I don't want to. They do have. They have better defensive talent. I don't. Offensively, I think maybe every single. Bryce. Even at running back and outside of tight end, maybe every single person on that offense for Indiana will start for you guys. It's gonna be a tough one. I think it's gonna be a tough one. I think it's gonna look really bad if Sharon Moore gets blown out, and that's another thing. The difference between these two coaches, like how you brought how arrogant and confident Chris Gnetti is compared to, and he oozes it. You can see it in his eyes, whereas Sharon Moore, he's not the same type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and usually, players take on who their coaches are. So, we'll see what happens. I highly recommend Wink Martindale. You do not blitz. I highly recommend that. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun game. I can't wait to watch that game. It's gonna be really cool.
Yes, agreed. And I agree with almost all of those points as well. You bring on the persona of your coach, and it also doesn't hurt when you're undefeated and rolling, and that's what they are doing right now. So it's an awesome story. Of course, you want Michigan to win, but for Indiana to be undefeated going into the shoe, that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, and the worst part about it is Big Noon's gonna take it. That's the worst. That should be a night game.
Yeah, no, you don't get a night game if you're not gonna go play Penn State at night. You guys don't get that game during the day.
That's not our fault. That's the networks.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying it's not. You can't have the best of both worlds there.
Well, I think we've only had one night game this year.
Did Michigan State it? No, that was at home. Yeah. You guys, Western Michigan, weren't they at night?
Oh, good. I don't count.
Yeah. I thought Big Ten kickoff always got first dibs or Big Noon kickoff, but what's a better game, Purdue, Ohio State, or Michigan, Indiana?
You guys in Indiana?
Yeah. So then CBS somehow got. I don't know how these work.
I think it's because it's the CBS game of the week. That's why.
Yeah, but look at, I guess they had USC, Penn State that 1 week, so they have had some good ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But you're calling your shot. Michigan gets the dub.
I am. I said I think we got to get one of the 3. Didn't get Oregon. Could have, but we didn't.
No, you couldn't.
So if we don't get Indiana, we'll get you guys.
I look back on that game. I think Oregon played that game very bland. I watched the highlights and it was a very bland called game. It was almost like they didn't try. I
was talking to my old man about that too, and I said it felt like, especially after halftime, not much. They didn't really throw much at us, and he of course disagreed. But
I love how optimistic that guy. I love that guy.
It kills me sometimes, man. It kills me. It's so frustrating sometimes because then I'll buy in. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go. We're in.
He's a great man.
All right. Playoff rankings.
Yeah.
Garrison's got something to say. We all know this. Pull him up, would you?
Yeah. You mean bring him up here?
Yeah. Share your screen. Pull
Yeah. That's what she said.
Jeremiah Smith is sponsored by Red Bull.
Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been sponsored by them for a while. All right.
Holy cow.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Doop. Sorry, everybody. Usually Bryce is the guy, who does this. But
I'll put you on the spot.
Wait. Oh no. See, Bryce. No, you're putting me on the spot, but I'm putting share my screen and hold up a second. Is it working now?
There we go.
So yeah, do you have any problem in the top 12?
Yeah, Indiana should be. Here's the thing: these are going to play themselves out. They're all going to change. So just have fun with it, committee. Like, I understand Indiana doesn't what's their marquee win, but they should be ahead of Penn State. BYU.
I don't think it's about having fun. Indiana would dog walk. Look, Tennessee has a great defense. Not great. They have a really good defense. They can't score. Their passing game is in limbo. I think Indiana will walk Tennessee. I think they would beat Penn State. And then after that, I don't know. I think they could give Miami a game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how good Miami is. What's Miami's best win?
It's not even about that. I mean,
Cam Ward.
I was gonna say something. Oh God! But everybody, you can kind of get anybody can score in Miami. So, but I mean BYU being ahead of Notre Dame. I'm guessing that's just because they're undefeated, but I don't believe BYU is better than Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Miami ahead of Texas.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're there because of the ACC. Well, no, what? Well, I should have pulled up the bracket. That's what I should have done.
Yeah, no, I think it's just ranking. Oh, but I guess wouldn't that be the case? Oh no, it wouldn't because
Ohio State wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Oh, and I think honestly, man, that 5 spot is the best spot. I mean, yeah, you got to play one more game, sure, but it's more often than not that the road is a little easier.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm trying to find that bracket. But what I do know is that if it started today, Ohio State would go Boise, then BYU. I would love that.
That's ridiculous.
That'd be such a cakewalk. I think we would also get Texas, Alabama. Let me think. Who else? Are you looking at it?
I'm not, no.
No, okay. Well, you know what, Bryce? Since we this is a high-end network here, but I'll find it. Doop. No, but by the way, though, I mean, if you look at this, just the top 25, man. I mean, from once you get out of the top 12, the rest of the rings, but there's some teams in there you just would not expect to see in there.
Like who?
Well, I mean, look, you got, SMU at 13 at 8-1. Iowa State, they've had some, like, last years haven't been good for them. They're at 7-1 right now. Pitt at 7-1, even though they got sandblasted by SMU. That was crazy to watch. Did you watch that game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Louisville being one spot ahead of Clemson, they should be sure. I don't know why Clemson's ranked at all. Army at 25, Washington State. I don't know. There's some teams in here I did not expect to see. I do believe I was listening to Cover 3 podcast, and they were talking about South Carolina. And if they should be a top 10 team with 3 losses right now. And they said they think they should. And I agree. I think South Carolina's a really good team. I really do. I just they can run the ball down anyone's throat with Lenore and Rocket Sanders. I mean, he's come back. I mean, he had a down year last year as one of the. I thought he's probably the best running back in college football. He's top 3. Had a down year last year, but he looks faster this year for some odd reason. But actually, I think I have the bracket right here, buddy. So yeah, here we go. Let me share this with you. And the rest of our guests, of course. Mm-hmm. So this is what it would look like right now. So let me ask you then, like Indiana, Tennessee, who you're taking Indiana in that?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, you scrolled. Yeah.
And then what the heck is this? And then you would take Ohio State, I would assume. Who would you take second round? Texas, Alabama.
It's a great round 1 matchup. I would take Texas. I think Texas is better. Where's that? Would that game be in UT?
In Austin. It'd be in Austin.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine seeing Tennessee go to Bloomington? That's so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then Notre Dame, Penn State.
That's a good one.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen them play each other. Have we?
Yeah. Oh, great question. I don't think so.
And then Tennessee, Miami would have some. I mean, Texas, Miami would have some fireworks.
That would be awesome. I would take Texas, but yeah, that'd be awesome.
Probably the best of the second round games.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people had a lot to say about the 12-team playoff, but as the season goes on and as I see how things are unfolding, I really like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, agreed. It's going to be fun. We're going to watch it, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, because you're gonna get people upset. It's not gonna be the same level of upset, but it's gonna be interesting to see what problems arise and what like controversy comes from this. Because not necessarily who's in, who's out, but it's the matchups. And I think there are instances where it's almost like, all right, you'd rather be second in your conference, like Ohio State, let's say, if you guys.
No, I can't say that. I get that sentiment. I really do.
Okay, but if you would you rather play BYU or Miami? I don't know how that's set up exactly, but like, you know what I mean?
Here's my thing.
BYU or Alabama?
I still hold myself as part of the old guard.
Okay.
I want to win the Big Ten. I saw some Oregon fans say they don't care about winning the Big Ten championship. They have bigger goals. But it's almost Christmas now, right? Bah humbug. Like, listen. There's no way you can sit here and tell me because they said they have bigger goals. I said, I guarantee you, maybe as a fan, you feel that way. That coaching staff and those players want to win the Big Ten.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's just crazy.
If a Pac-12 team comes in and wins the Big Ten, you guys can't let that happen, Garrison. This is on you guys. Hope you know that.
I promise you, Bryce, if we put I was going to go off a ledge. I was about to pop. I was about to pop off. Listen, I'll say this: if we play them a second time, we're gonna beat them. We're gonna on a neutral field. On a neutral field.
I hate to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, and this is why outside of the Missouri game last year was special situation. When Ryan Day gets in a dome, that offense looks different. So,
do we know locations for games?
Not yet, but the first round and the second round I think are all home and away games.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
You got any picks?
Oh yeah. Reel off your picks first. That way we can.
All right. I'll be quick. I have Miami -11 against Georgia Tech.
Oh, hold on, I lost it. Where'd he go? Oh, there we go. All right. Miami -11.
Yep, against Georgia Tech. I'll say my big one for last. LSU +3 against Alabama. I think Jalen Milroe is hurt, and it looks like he's hurt. So I'm gonna take them. And I think it's at LSU too, so it's in Death Valley. So
is it?
Yeah. Oh wait. And there's only one thing I gotta say to that. Suck that. Yeah, I love that chant. It's
great.
It is. I'm not gonna say it on these. It's a family channel. Utah. I got the upset. I'm taking Utah +3.5 against BYU.
Ooh, okay.
Death taxes and Utah beating BYU. Rutgers +6 against Minnesota. I don't think they're gonna pull it out, but I think that they're good enough to cover a touchdown spread. Give me Maryland +25 against Oregon.
I like that one. Well, actually,
I this is why I said this on Big Team Rivalry yesterday. What Oregon's gonna find out is that in the Big Ten for us top tier teams, there's usually like a few teams that give you this weird game where you wish they just lay down, they just refuse to. And one of those programs is Maryland. And I understand that the teams that have had to travel, and listen, they're going from coast to coast. So I understand that's tough. I think Maryland has one of those games where they play very well. They come out to play a spoiler, but they won't finish it. In the fourth quarter, Oregon pulls away. But they do cover that 25. So it was my 5.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Pulling that up here. Hopefully it pops up. There we go.
Come on, live stream.
It shouldn't be that hard. There we go. All right. You took Maryland +26.5.
We were so handsome. We were so handsome back then.
Simpler days. Days. I'm going the opposite of you. Give me Oregon. I like your take. I think Maryland's hot trash. I think Dan Lanning has them rolling. Plus, it's in Eugene.
Yeah.
And I think they are on a mission of dominance. Give me UCLA +5 in the hook.
I thought about that one.
Yep. That one's in UCLA. We talked about it already, but the under for you guys, I think you'll win 51-0. No, I think maybe you'll pull off the dogs like you said. So it might be 45-7. I think that still gets me there. Colorado -3.5. I got Texas Tech. I think Shedeur Sanders is playing for that number 1 first overall pick. Oregon, like I said, and then give me Washington plus the points.
Who are they playing?
Who do they have? They have.
I actually know this one.
I just had it.
I bet you I have it right here, actually. Oh, well, shoot, man.
Oh, Penn State. They go to Penn State.
Oh. That's
a night game too. I didn't realize it was a night game.
Wait, what channel is it on?
That's a good question.
Is it on Peacock?
That doesn't say.
Wait a second, I hope it is. I love how we don't get the night games there anymore. That's just beautiful.
It's disgusting. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. It's probably NBC.
Yep.
Or the Peacock.
I like those picks. Right. I actually really like that Washington one. That's and actually, as I think about that Purdue one, Ryan Day is going to keep stressing the run game, so I can actually see that under happening. Very much so. Yeah. Well, I mean, I had that. I said 47-0. So
yep.
I'm with you. I'm lockstep with you.
I like it. All right. Good stuff. Go Blue.
OH.